What's poppin', my Pokemon trainer friends and family all over the world? Welcome back to another Pokemon Adventure. Now today, we are going to be taking a look at the Premier Cup Ultra League. And yes, I know I am a little bit behind. I know the Love Cup is going on, so I know I'm behind on these videos. And the reason for that is simply because I have been getting brand new equipment. Like right now, I am recording on my Blue Yeti mic on my new laptop, and I got a whole bunch of new equipment. So shout out to everybody who's been subscribed to me from the very beginning, from when I was recording simply right out of my phone. So shout out to y'all are the real heroes. And I have many more videos in store, so if you're not subscribed, please do so. I know I'm a little bit behind, but it's all good. Now enough with the chit chat, let's jump into the battles. Fight! And we catch an amazing lead up against the Ferrothorn, and they swap into a Alolan Ninetales, and I'm just gonna stay in here. I'm like, you know what? I can stay in here because I mean I could have brought Charizard in, but the only thing that would have threatened the Alolan Ninetales would have been Blast Burn. So I'm just gonna have to stay in here. We do resist the ice moves. We resist everything that Alolan Ninetales can throw at us. And Charizard can handle the Ferrothorn, but they bring in a Swampert, and this is what I wanted to talk about right here. I do alternate between Ampharos and Venusaur. Now, when I was running Venusaur before these battles, because I kept running into nothing but Charizards, so I swapped out Venusaur for Ampharos, and the reason I swapped Venusaur out for Ampharos is because I was running into a whole bunch of Charizards. And the moment I swapped out Venusaur into Ampharos, the algorithm started putting me up against Swamperts. And you will see in this video, I do alternate between Ampharos and Venusaur, and you will see how the game sort of just man, it's just so frustrating. If you've been playing this game, you know, GBL, when it launched, you guys know the frustration that I'm talking about. And you do see this, like, this trainer gets to back-to-back Hydro Cannons and takes us out. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played, indeed. And now, jumping into the next battle, we are going up against a Chestnut, this ugly Pokemon right here. And this is a fairly good lead as well. Like, it's not bad, but they go for the superpower and then they swap into Charizard, and this is no bueno for Chuck because I swapped Ampharos out for my Venusaur because I ran into the Swampert, and look what happens. I swapped out Ampharos for Venusaur, and now I'm getting the Charizards. So you guys see my frustration, you see what I'm talking about, and the game does this constantly. You will see throughout this video it does do that. And right now we got a Charizard battle, my Hundo clone Charizard versus a Shadow Charizard, and I actually double shield my Charizard because now I can completely farm it down. And they bring in A-Muk. I think they were trying to catch. I don't know what they did there. They brought in their Alolan Muk. I don't know if they accidentally... I mean, I don't know what happened there. You guys saw that, right? Like, I'm not hallucinating. They did bring in the Alolan Muk, and then they did like a crazy little swap. I guess they were trying to catch a Blast Burn? I mean, I don't know. But either way, we are going to hit them with a Blast Burn, and they got no more shields. And I bring in a Escavalier for the back-to-back play. And this is going to hit them with that bang. Bang, bang. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into this next battle, we catch an amazing lead up against an Obstagoon, and they're actually going to stay in here. So that's telling me that they're probably very weak to Escavalier. Their team must be weak to Escav. And there's the swap, and they bring in the Charizard. And like I said, I'm running Venusaur. So now we're running into a whole bunch of Charizards. And you will see when I swap Venusaur out for Ampharos, it's going to give us Swamperts. Now here I make this amazing catch onto my Charizard, and we catch a Dragon Claw. And I like that Charizard pick with the little hat. I have one made, but I think the one I have has Dragon Breath on it. But that's cool. I like these little costume Charizards. There's a whole bunch of little costumes that I wish could evolve. Like, there's some Halloween ones that I like the Bulbasaur. I really wish that we could evolve one of the Halloween Bulbasaurs for a Venusaur, or even the Charizard, the Cubone, the Charmander with the Cubone Halloween costume. That would be so dope to have a Charizard with that costume. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys agree with me, because I do like those picks. And here my opponent makes an amazing catch. They made that was an amazing sack swap, but either way, we had to get rid of that Obstagoon eventually. And now I am going to bring in my Venusaur because they have a Charmer. So basically, it's pretty much GG's for them, or for us. You guys know what I mean. They are going to hit us with a Side Shock, but it's simply not enough. And now we are simply just going to Vine Whip down. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into this next battle, we catch a Charizard on the lead. And now we are running Ampharos. So that was still a bad lead. I immediately had to swap into my own Charizard. And now we are going to see another Charizard battle. My Hundo clone Charizard versus the shiny Charizard. It's a Charizard battle, baby. You love to see it. I'm happy with the wing attack buff. If you guys have been keeping up with my content, I'm happy with the wing attack buff. Charizard deserves to be used or utilized in this way. Swampert, in my opinion, does need a nerf, and Niantic has been trying to do that when they nerfed Hydro Cannon, and then when they nerfed the Galarian Stunfisk, they nerfed the Rock Slide. So they are aware that Mudshot is the problem, or at least I hope they're aware, because they are trying to nerf these Pokemon. The only thing is they're nerfing the wrong moves. I should make an entire video on that. I probably will, so subscribe if you have not. And now they do bring in their Tangrowth, and we're stuck in here with Ampharos up against the Tangrowth. They hit me with this Power Whip, but Ampharos is tanky. This is my rank 5 Ampharos for the Ultra League, and I am very happy with the Brutal Swing choice. I do still feel like Brutal Swing needs buff. Like they needed I think it was supposed to have this sort of attack drop, defense drop sort of mechanism, like Icy Wind or whatever, but I guess Niantic backed out at the last minute from doing that. But I feel like it needs that. Now their Dragonite has a lot of energy. They're gonna hit us with a superpower. Can we take them out? We cannot. They actually get to another move, but it's a Dragon Claw, and we actually are able to survive. They swap back in their other Pokemon. I didn't see the name of it. Oh, it was the Tangrowth, and we actually knock them out. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into the next battle, we catch the Nightmare lead, the worst lead ever. So I save swap into my Charizard, and they answer with Gyarados. My Ampharos is very happy to see both of those Pokemon. My Charizard and my Escav are not very happy. Charizard's not happy to go up against this Gyarados. I think I even double shield my Charizard, which I found myself doing a lot in these battles. But Charizard is just very good now because of that wing attack. So like here, I can actually wing attack it down, and we actually are able to before they get to a charge move. So that was just amazing. And they're running a triple flyer team. Ampharos is in the back clapping his little hands, and I actually bring him in right here because I knew it was GG's at this moment. There's nothing that Mantine has that literally threatens Ampharos at full health, and my opponent knew that. And they back out. GG's, homie. Well played. I would have done the same thing. Well played. And as you see here, we actually pick up a very positive set. 4 wins, 1 loss. But the fun doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. I have so many more battles to showcase. I have another set to showcase, and I think I go positive on both sets. So that was the first set. Here's the second set. And I'm running with the same team, alternating between Ampharos and Venusaur. And we catch a positive lead, and they swap into their Surfetched, and I answer with my Charizard. Now here I actually am going to shield it because I do feel like that was enough for the Brave Bird. I counted, I think, if I remember correctly, this battle, I remember counting 7 counters, but because I was a little bit slow on the switch, I was afraid they probably got in 8. Which I think it takes 8 counters to get to Brave Bird. I do have to double check it. But I showed it up anyway, and it was a bait. But now we were able to win switch or keep switch, and they bring that pesky wall rain back in, but Charizard is still a threat. I mean, look how much damage that Blast Burn did up against the water type. Charizard is an amazing pick because of that wing attack buff, and they actually Powder Snow is down, so this is not looking good for Chuck. I am putting everything on Ampharos. I have to save a shield because they still have double shields. They go for this Earthquake. I knew we could survive, and they bring in a Shadow Machamp, and I answer with my Ampharos, and things are not looking good because they still have 2 shields, and Shadow Machamp is scary. I mean, look at that thing. That is a Swole Pokemon with angry red eyes and a scary aura. That thing is really scary, and it's Ampharos and Escavalier up against the world. They actually get to a cross chop, and I was saving that shield. That's why I didn't shield up Ampharos. I was saving it for Escavalier. Now I get to the Annihilates, and this is definitely gonna flick this scary Pokemon out of the way, and their wall rain is so low that 1 counter is gonna be enough to do it. GG's, homie. Well played. That was so close. Well played. And now right here, I am swapping over Ampharos for my Venusaur because I was scared of the Machamp, and Venusaur would have did so much better up against the Machamp. And of course, the moment I swap over into Venusaur, we catch a flyer on the lead, and my Ampharos is like, oh man, I would love to go up against that Togekiss. But either way, we're still in a good position because Escavalier and Venusaur still do very well up against Charmers. We resist the Charm, but I mean, Charm is still very good. It chunks away. Now they shielded up, and I actually bring in Charizard here because Charizard with shields, with a shield advantage, is scary. So they actually bring in Umbreon, and that is an amazing pick. That is such a spicy pick. Shout out to you, my fellow Pokemon trainer, because I know that Umbreon for the Ultra League takes a lot of resources, and I have one, but I have a good IV EV to make for Umbreon, because you need at least like a 96, 98 hundo so that you can have a good Umbreon for the Ultra League, and it's got to be XL. So shout out to you, my fellow Pokemon trainer. Shout out to everybody who's running an Umbreon in the Ultra League, because I know it takes a lot of resources to do that. I don't have enough resources to make mine. I don't have enough XL candies, I think. So now they bring in their Alolan Muk, and things are not looking too great because Venusaur is not going to do great up against the Alolan Muk. So I don't know what I should have done here. I don't know what I should have did here. I don't know what I should have done here. Can I speak? Because the Alolan Muk in the back is loaded up on energy, and they're now just going to poison jab us down, and my poor Venusaur is not going to like this Sludge Wave, even though I think we resist it, or it's neutral. I think, does poison resist poison? That's something I gotta look at. I thought poison resisted poison, but maybe it's just hitting neutral. I'm not sure. I gotta look that up. But they are able to get to another charge move. I do believe this is a Dark Pulse, and that's gonna be enough to knock us out. Bang! And we go down for the count. GG's, homie. Well played indeed. And now jumping into this next battle, we catch a so-so kind of lead. I mean, it's a fighter up against a steel type, but we are part bug, so that is going to help us a little bit. And the fact that Gallade is very squishy also is going to help us. We are running Annihilates on this build of Escavalier. You could run Megahorn, but I found Annihilates to be a little bit better in the Ultra League for the fighters specifically, like the Gallades and the Machamps. And now they are shieldless, and I definitely bring in Charizard because I have a shield. Charizard, again, with shield advantage is dangerous, but they answer with a tanky Tentacruel. Shout out to you, my fellow Pokemon trainer. That is a nice pick for the Ultra League. That's crazy. I don't even think I have a Tentacruel for the Ultra League. I got some shiny Tentacruel. I think I have 2 shinies, and I might make one. That's a nice pick. I like that pick for the Ultra League. Shout out to you. I might steal your pick there. And I knew this was an acid spray. I mean, either way, we resist both of the charge moves, but it does look like Venusaur is gonna have to close this battle out for us. Now, what do they have in the back? It's getting really down to the wire, and they actually bring in a Steelix. Bro, this is a spicy team. whoever this was that I battled, shout out to you, my fellow Pokemon trainer. That was such a spicy pick. This is such a spicy team. Steelix and Tentacruel. Amazing. Steelix for the Ultra League is actually really, really good because it's very tanky and it does well up against Giratinas. For the Premier Cup, I'm not so sure. For the Premier Cup, I'm not so sure if it's that great. But as you see here, it is going to get close. It's getting down to the wire. That Steelix is loaded up. They're going to hit us with a Psychic Fangs. Bang. But we actually survive. And now Venusaur, we actually CMP tied there. Venusaur wins the CMP and we actually hit him with this Frenzy Plant. Bang. 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 GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into this next battle, we catch a negative lead. So I immediately am going to swap into Venusaur. And the reason I did that, I mean, you may think, why would you swap into grass up against a bug? Heracross needs a lot of help. Okay, we're going to have a little therapy session with Heracross. He needs a lot. He needs a lot of help. He has very good charge moves. He's kind of squishy, but I don't know. He needs a better bug type move to threaten the meta. I don't know. Heracross is a good pick. It's spicy, but it's squishy. And it needs like something to buff it. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment sections what charge moves would be good to give to Heracross, or fast moves. It needs something. It needs something to help it out, because Heracross, I like Heracross, I really do, but he needs help. And now here they bring in that Muk. And we're not gonna play around. We're gonna go for back-to-back blast burns. They actually let one go. They shield one and let one go. And now actually bring in Escavalier back in because we have Ace. But do they know that we're running Ace? Do they shield this up? They actually let it go. And that poor Heracross goes down for the count. And now here, I'm not sure if I shield this up. I actually do shield it up. But there isn't really anything that Muk has that threatens Escavalier to the point where you have to shield it or else you're going to get one-shotted. Muk doesn't really have that. And you are going to see here that even with this Thunder Punch, we still survive. Bang. And we actually still survive. And we get to the drill run. So, I mean, either way, we would have had to shield. So, yeah. But this is going to hit him with that bang. And we do take the win. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played indeed. And now jumping into what I believe is the final battle, we catch a negative lead yet again up against that scary Machamp. And we swap into Venusaur and they swap into Umbreon. This is actually good for us, but I feel like we ran into this team already. Didn't we run up against this team already? I feel like we did. I know we went up against an Umbreon and a Shadow Machamp, but I don't remember if they were on the same team. They actually might have been on the same team. I don't know. But either way, we are still in a good position. I shield this up, and it's a foul play. I was nervous about that first shield where I didn't shield it because it could have been a Psychic, but I didn't shield it. So I'm going to shield one and take one. And actually here, do I shield this up as well? No, I let it go. If you guys hear any noise in the back, I apologize. Cars passing by outside of my house and whatnot. But we actually are able to take out this Umbreon. Bang. And they're still shielded up. They still have 2 shields. They are saving their shields. And they actually have a Lapras in the bag, so this is no bueno for Chuck. I could bring in Escavalier, which I do. And then I should have swapped immediately. I don't know. I kind of lagged there for a little bit. And we do bring in that Charizard. This should be taking that last shield. There it is. And now here, this was a very pivotal decision. And they actually bait me. And that was no bueno for Chuck. I should have known they would have gone for the bait because that was their win condition. But I had to respect the Rock Slide. And that's basically how they are going to win. I should have let that go. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But, you know, hindsight bias. If y'all study psychology. That's that hindsight bias. I would have done it, you know. But there's basically nothing we can do here. They are going to... Well, they could have basically just ice sharded us down. But either way, they're going to hit us with that Surf, take us out. GG's, homie. Well played. Well played, indeed. Shout out to all the Pokemon trainers that I went up against. Well played. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. We do pick up a positive set yet again. 3 wins, 2 losses as usual. And that's basically how it goes for me all the time. If you guys have been keeping up with my channel, you guys know that I almost always get 3 wins and 2 losses. It's the strangest thing. It always happens to me. But that is how it goes for me in GBL. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I have many more videos in store. I do have to catch up. So thank you for bearing with me. But if you did like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next one, in the battlefield or in the ring. Ding ding. Peace out, my fellow trainers.